Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and as I am sure you can tell, I have been dealing with a terrible cold. So I'm going to attempt to get through this process video for you. And this is for the series that I am doing with Hannah, Megan, Felicia, and Sarah, and it is called Cultivating Creativity. And the challenge this week was to work on a monochromatic or all neutrals and one main color. So I have a lot of blacks and whites going on. And then this mint color is going to be my one pop of color that I include. So I've taken just a piece of white cardstock and added a little tiny border there on the left in the background. And then I have a notebook punch from Stampin' Up! And I've used that to do notebook punching on the black cardstock. And then I've cut that just a little bit smaller than 12 by 12 to lay on top of that white cardstock in the background. And then I am using a lot of elements from the Pink Paisley C'est La Vie collection, and that's where this paper in the background came from. And so I didn't have a 12 by 12 sheet, but I did have two 6 by 6s, so I combined those together to create kind of that border element on the back. And then excuse me, I'm using a washi tape through the middle to kind of combine those two things together because there was a little bit of a gap. So I'm taking this black and white photo, and this is a photo of my daughter just laying on the carpet in our living room reading a book. And this is a sight a couple of years ago with her that would have been like unheard of. She was not a reading fan. And as she has gotten older and moved to a new school and that kind of thing, she has really started to love reading. So I have backed it just with some black cardstock and then a white paper with some very subtle little black polka dots and then black again. And then you see me here, I'm putting it on a mat of black fun foam. And then I'm putting it over that striped paper. And then I'm doing another black little mat around that. So that's going to give me a bunch of different layers. I was watching a video by Kelly Barron the other day, and she was talking about putting the fun foam in between the layers of the pattern paper. And I tend to always put it in the back layer. And so I wanted to give that a try, and I really like the different look that that gave. So thank you, Kelly. I really appreciate that suggestion. That was awesome. And I really do like the different look that you got that way. So then I'm going to kind of layer up a bunch of embellishments here on the right-hand side. So I'm keeping with this theme. I have my black and my white and then just little pops of that mint color. And so I'm just kind of playing with where I want everything to go. I know that I want that word escape down there at the bottom of my photo. And that is from a sculpted pack by Paper House Studios. And I believe that one is pretty old. I'm not sure what year that was, but it's a pretty old set that I've had for a while. And then I have a little piece of flair down there from Feed Your Craft. And I absolutely love this flair. It says Wander and Wonder. And it was part of a travel set, but I actually think that it works perfectly for this reading and book theme about, escaping into a book and finding joy in reading. So I'm going to take some stamps from Felicity Jane and I just add those to the top of that little journaling box I've created. And it just says this story. And so that's where I've added my journaling. And then I took another Felicity Jane stamp set and stamped my words into a book for the rest of my title. I thought my title was going to be Escape into a Good Book. So you see I created the little word good there. But that ended up just being too long for my space. And so Escape into a Book is going to be what the title goes as. And I added this doily. I just cut it in half and added it to the top left and the bottom right of my photo. And I really like kind of the feminine soft feel that adds to the layout. And it still keeps within that neutral color palette that we have going on. So this monochromatic it's funny, it was a really tough challenge for me. I usually combine lots of collections and lots of colors. And so I was actually talking with Sarah about it and telling her how much I was struggling. And she was like, do black and white with a pop of a different color. And I was like, okay, that is perfect. I can absolutely do that. It was not something that my brain even went to when I thought of monochromatic. But I really love how this layout turned out. So that little spark of an idea with the prompt and challenge that we had this week really led to something that I necessarily wouldn't have created on my own, but I really love how it turned out. So using these challenges just as a way to kind of spark your creativity in a new direction is kind of what this series is all about. So it was a really, really good challenge for me that way. So I am just attaching my title and I'm kind of tucking the letters into my layers down there in the bottom. And then I'm including a bunch of puffy stickers, and these are from that Pink Paisley C'est La Vie. And I like how I can have that go off the edge so that the heart inside the puffy sticker looks black. And then I'm just kind of attaching everything down around my photo, seeing if there's any more stamping that I want to do. And I end up pulling out this Tim Holtz phrase book. I think it's called Chit Chat instead. And I pull out 3 phrases that kind of go with my photo. So it says, always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder, be open to whatever comes next, and embrace the journey. And I kind of played with where I wanted those placed, but then I decided I kind of wanted them all centered. And then I'm just checking to see what else I have here that I might want to include. And I have just a few different like washi tape books and embellishment packs. I keep all of my puffy stickers in one space right here on my desk. So because I do always tend to add those, they are one of my favorite things. So I do keep those kind of handy right here around on my desk. And I did go ahead and go back and pull out some black enamel dots. And I am going to put a cluster of those up in the top left, one over here around my journaling, and then one down around my title. My journaling is just a little note I wrote to my daughter that just says, Natty, as you have gotten older, you have developed a true love of reading. I often see you soaking up the pages of a new mermaid adventure, and it gives my heart such joy. And so this is really just kind of one of those layouts I wanted to commemorate this change in her as she has gotten older. I did add some little Felicity Jane heart stamps, 2 of them down there around my journaling, and then 2 of them up by where my title elements are. So you can kind of see where I have scattered those. I hope you enjoyed my take, excuse me, on a monochromatic layout this week. And I do hope you will create a monochromatic look and share it with us as well. Do make sure you check out the videos from Sarah, Megan, Felicia, and Hannah today. Have a good day. Bye.